Hey friends! So excited to be here with you guys. Hopeful everything is working as it should. This is my first foray into Facebook Live, so please bear with me. I know that we've got some interesting shadows happening back here as we discovered as we were setting things up, but you know, not much we can do about that. So just enjoy the six-armed Tracy shadow that I've got going back here. Hopefully you saw my post a few hours ago covering what you need, but if not, I'm going to go over that with you real quick, and then I'll talk a little bit more before we get started. So that'll give you time if you need to adjust where you're set up to work out, or if you need to grab some equipment, you can do so. So this whole workout is going to be body weight exercises. No equipment needed whatsoever. As promised. I hope to be able to continue that. I probably will have to throw in some equipment at some point, but I wanted to start out with none. So what you need is a mat, if you have a yoga mat. You don't see one here because I have this cool little padded flooring. If you don't have a yoga mat, grab yourself a blanket or a pillow, just something. If you get down on your hands and knees, which you will be unless you're modifying out of that will be protective for your hands and knees. Just make sure that you don't get anything too squishy. So if it's a pillow, make it that like flat extra room pillow, or if it's a blanket, same thing. Just something not too squishy or you'll be unstable. You want to get a ball, sort of like this if you have, or all we're getting at is an elevated target for you to have on the floor, because we're going to be bending over and touching this target. So really doesn't matter what your target is, just something elevated off the floor for you to lean forward and touch. You'll also want to have, if available, a flat wall behind you with enough space to be able to do your arms kind of like a goalpost. If you don't have that, no problem. We can just do it in the air, pretend there's a wall behind us. You'll also need a sturdy chair. You can probably see the edge. I've got a sturdy kitchen chair over here. If you don't have a sturdy chair, then just an elevated surface like a low desk or a low countertop, something like that. We're going to be doing some tricep dips. Don't freak out. So you just want something wide enough for your hands to hold you, sturdy enough to hold your weight. And the last thing that you need, and this is completely optional, is a small hand weight or a band. Now, this is 100% optional. What we're going to use these for does not require either. So, run and get equipment if you need it, or change where your workout space is if you need to. Last couple of things I'll cover while you're doing that. One, there's going to be no music, which is awkward and weird, I know, but I hear Facebook's really strict about copyrighted music. I found some playlists that say they're not copyrighted. I don't know. I'd rather not lose my video over some songs. So feel free to put some music on your house. You'll feel a little more comfortable. I'll pretend I'm more comfortable, and we'll go from there. I will try to pop in our rest breaks to look for questions, but I'm really not sure if I can do that or not, to be honest, without like tipping my phone over. So we'll see. If not, I'll read the comments afterwards to see if there's anything that I need to address. Most importantly to me, don't be ashamed to modify. Don't be ashamed to modify. Hear me on this. I don't know who I have the pleasure of working out with today. I don't know what your fitness level is. Modify, modify, modify. I will show you multiple levels of modifications. I will be modifying. We're going to do some push-ups. I have a compromised right shoulder. Push-ups are painful for me in the traditional way, so I'll be modifying. We all modify. No worries. We're going to do 8 exercises. We're going to go 4 times through, 45 seconds of each exercise. I'm going to have a timer down here. You won't need to see it. It's going to go off, blare a little whistle. I'm also going to be here to tell you. So you don't have to try to see that timer, but it's going to go off. If you need to skip around because you're tired, if you need to skip an exercise, if there's an exercise that even with modifications you just can't do it, no problem, okay? Last 2 things, hopefully you've got your stuff all gathered up, is some people have asked me if they can pay me for this workout. You know, My goal is to do this free for the community. If anybody feels they really want to chip in a few dollars to me, that would be amazing, but it's really not necessary. If you do want to, I have a Venmo account that is at Strong Style Fit. And again, no pressure, no worries. Had some people ask, so I wanted to throw that out there. And the last thing is share your workouts. If you are having a good time and enjoying it, take your minute break, share your workout. Would love to see the shares. Encourage your friends to get out and do the work too. They can always watch it afterwards and work out on their own time. So it sounds like I have a text message, so there's this little bell going off. Sorry about that. I feel if I go try to mess with it, I'm gonna knock the camera over, so sorry. Something I will fix for next time. All right, so hopefully by now you've got all your equipment, you're set up where you wanna be, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna grab my timer here. Take me just a sec to get it going. So we're gonna start working right away when this timer goes off. The first thing we're gonna do is called a skater lunge. We're gonna stay on one leg this whole time. Next round, we'll switch and do the other leg, okay? So let's start with our left leg. I'm gonna start the timer, and here we go. All right, guys, so skater lunge. We're gonna hold to our lowest squat, whatever that looks like for you. We're gonna hold, nothing's gonna move in that left leg, and we're gonna step out and back, out and back. So you're gonna hold steady in that left leg, holding that squat leg. You might start to get some shimmy shakes, you might start to feel a little burn. I hope you do, and we're gonna keep it here. Not changing legs, you can throw some arms in, you can move fast for a little cardio, you can move slow. However you're feeling, move at your own pace. There's that timer. All right, guys, so we're gonna do push-ups next. So full push-up. You know what that looks like. You're gonna be up here in plank, and you're gonna do your push-up. Now, this is where my shoulders compromise. I will not be doing a push-up like this. To get your modification to knees, thank you, timer, you wanna hold plank, even if it's for a second. Drop your knees straight down. That's your modification for plank and for push-ups. If this is no good for you either, then we're gonna come up to the wall. Hands on the wall, a little bit of angle to our feet, and we're pushing up. We want hands nice and wide, fingers spread out. Dropping, squeezing between those shoulder blades. Again, no shame in modification. Trainers modify too. Gotta stay out of those injuries if you want to keep working out successfully. Awesome. All right, next up, we are going to a modification of the deadlift called a ball touch. So we're gonna throw that ball down. We're gonna stand in front, staying with just our left leg again. We're gonna stand straight. We're gonna kick that right foot back just for some balance. Bend that knee just a little bit in your planted leg. We're gonna set our booty back, lean forward, touch that ball, stand up, squeezing through that booty cheek, and hamstring right where they come together. Down, squeeze it up. Down, squeeze it up. If you have a hand weight and you wanna add some weights, go for it. I challenge you to use that engagement right here. Really squeeze and stand. Squeeze when you stand, right there. Awesome. All right, now we're gonna go to the wall. We're gonna sit in a wall sit. Anybody who's done my kickboxing class is probably grimacing because they know it's coming next. We're gonna put our hands on the wall. We're gonna try to hold them on the wall, and we're gonna pull down like we're doing a lat pull. So imagine you have a bar in this hand, both hands, and you're pulling straight down and up. So you have to resist. Pull. Imagine you're pulling a heavy weight. Back up. Pull. Back up. It looks much easier than it is, especially trying to keep those hands on the wall. You'll notice I'm not doing it perfect. That's okay. If you don't have a wall, you can just hold a wall, sit, do the same thing, and just imagine that you're pulling down the wall. Perfect. All right, guys, we're gonna go down to hands and knees, if that's okay for you. If not, I'm gonna come up in a minute and show you how to modify to standing. So we're gonna go hands and knees. Actually, I'm gonna turn around. We're gonna go left leg. Again, guys, everything on the left. Hands and knees, flat back, 90-degree bend in that leg. We open to the side, we push to the ceiling. Open to the side, push to the ceiling. So you notice I'm not doing this. It's like you're trying to stamp your foot on the ceiling. Push it up, open it out. Fire hydrant, named cleverly for what it looks like a dog is doing to a fire hydrant like this. Good, we're working that booty. Good job, guys. Sorry, modification for that is to stand, open, push back. Sorry for the delay on that. Open, push back. Thought I had a lot of extra time. All right, we're gonna do tricep dips. So now you're gonna grab your countertop, your chair, whatever's comfortable, whatever you have. We're gonna put our hands on the edge. We're gonna slide our booty off, keeping our shoulders down, away from our ears. We're dropping straight down, pushing up. The most common thing that we do wrong here is we get really far away, and then we're putting all this pressure on our shoulders. You wanna have that back literally sliding up and down that chair. Shoulders away from those ears. If this is super easy for you, you can be here. If this is super hard for you, you can come to a wall. Hands underneath your shoulders. Drop your elbows straight down to your side. Push up. Or you can also modify that by leaning back into the chair. All right, second last thing we're gonna do is a plank with a shoulder tap. So we hold our plank, as we talked about earlier. And actually, I'm going to try to show you from this direction so you can see me from the front. We're going to hold our plank, shoulder tap, shoulder tap. So the wider base you have, the more stable you are. But down here is an option. You can modify to your knees. Or you can hold on the wall. Tap, tap. Go as fast or as slow as you need to go. There's no requirement for speed here. Trying to keep that booty level. We don't want to see this. Awesome. Last exercise this round, we're going to go down our back. I'm actually going to show you the modified version first during our break. If we're modifying, this is what it looks like. Back against the wall, lift a leg, try to touch our toe, lift a leg, try to touch our toe, keeping that core tight. If we're not modifying, if we're coming down to the floor, we're gonna lay on our back, feet straight up in the air, reaching up to touch, squeezing that core, hold those legs steady. Make sure to keep that belly nice and tight. Reach it up, reach it up. Good, we got 10 seconds. Awesome. You got 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. Get some water, catch some air, and get a little bit of oxygen in those lungs. This round, I'm going to try to talk a little less focus more on form, some cues like that. You've seen the exercises now, so you're gonna try to focus a little more on little cues, little muscles to think about, and give you a little more training versus instruction, okay? I'm gonna try to step around and see if I can see anything. Awesome. I see I've got about 7 friends watching. That is awesome and exciting. Yay! So cool. All right, guys, we are about to get started again. When this timer goes off, we're doing those skater lunges. So now we're gonna hold right leg, low squat, left leg forward, left leg back, forward and back. You can add arms. Modification here is to just not go so low. Okay? Keeping that belly nice and tight the whole time. Feeling the burn in that leg. Not feeling the burn? Go a little lower. Good. You know, I didn't even notice there was no music the first time. I guess because I talk so much. Awesome. All right, we're going to push-ups. As a reminder, the modification on the floor is to hold your plank, drop your knees straight down, okay? Again, this is one that I have an injury that prohibits me from doing, so I'm gonna do them on the wall. If you're a total rock star, rock out this full push-ups, baby. I wish I could. All right, so if we're on the wall, we got our hands underneath our shoulders, up on our toes, so we have room to move. We drop down and push. You can always make the wall a little harder by doing what I just did. Step back a little bit more. Seeing all my hair wispies in my shadow here. That's hilarious. Anyone who trains with me in person knows I have hair everywhere, flying around all the time. All right, guys, good job. We're gonna do that ball touch deadlift. So, we're gonna take our target, put it on the ground. We're gonna do the right leg. This time as our plant leg. So, we stand up straight, kick our left leg back to the toe, a little bit of bend in that knee. We're leaning forward, touch that ball, squeeze that booty cheek and hamstring. Down, up. If your target is too tall, like my ankle is a little too tall, you can touch the floor. That's comfortable. Or if you find it's a little too low, just go as far as you can. If balance is an issue, pick a place, focus on it. You just don't want to crane your head up like crazy. Awesome. All right, we got those wall lat pulls. So, as a reminder, we're going to sit low. Let's work those legs while we're working those lats. We want to try to keep our hands on the wall. We're going to reach up. Imagine we have a bar in our hands. We're pulling it straight down. Up, pull it down. Holding that belly tight. Challenge those legs. How low can you sit? If the answer is not very low, that's okay. Just go to what your low is. And remember, we're resisting ourselves all the way down. Squeeze in between those shoulder blades in the back. It's also a good test that my paint's dry from our paint job we did on the wall here. So unless you're seeing blue paint all over my back, I think we're good. Beautiful. All right, we're going down to the ground for those fire hydrant mule kicks. I'm going to show you the modified version for a second because I kind of failed on the first round. So to modify, we'll stand up straight, bend our leg to 90. We'll open to the side, push to the back. Again, we're not kicking back, squeezing back. Okay? If you want to use a weight or a band, you can put the weight in the crease of your leg. Good. Should be feeling a lot of burn near that booty cheek area. You're getting a lot of booty work today. A lot of times if you're having low back pain, it's because you've got not a lot happening in your glutes. So we really got to work, keep those glutes strong. All right, we got our tricep dips. So we want to go to our countertop, our chair, our step, whatever we're using. We're going to sit on the edge, pull our pants up, put our hands on the edge of that chair, slide off, and we go straight up and down the back of that chair. So resist the urge to drop down to your shoulders, elbows back, down. Extra credit is to lift the foot, or you can do those wall tricep push-ups I showed you earlier. You can also step your legs straight out. But just be careful, like I just did. I got away from the chair once I did that. You don't want to be out away from the chair. Almost there. All right. We have that plank with a shoulder tap. So remember, if we modify, imagine I'm on a wall. We're going to tap shoulders. Or if that's like, heck no, then we hold. And there's no rule about how fast you tap. So if you tap and you're like, whoo, I need 10 seconds to recover, take 10 seconds, recover, try again, okay? Wider base gives you more stability in those feet. Avoid the urge to drop hips. Make sure you're breathing, guys. I'm talking a lot. I find it tough to breathe. You really feel your workout struggle if you don't breathe. Almost there. All right, last thing we got is that waterfall crunch. So remember, if you're modifying, you're here, reaching out to touch your toes, okay? Otherwise, kneeling on the floor. All right, we got feet up, toes flex down towards us, crunch up to touch. I'm huffing and puffing, y'all. Might just be all the talking I'm doing while trying to work out, but I feel like I do this in group fitness all the time. We got 15 seconds. Squeeze that belly, reach for those toes. Woo! All right, guys. You got 1 minute break. Catch your water, catch your breath. Awesome. Seeing some friends. Whew. All right, guys, we're halfway there. So remember, if you're feeling worn out, this isn't something you normally do. You need to take a break. It's all right. Just do what feels good, okay? All right, so on this round, we're going to be focusing on that left leg again, okay? So everything we do that's single-sided, we're going to do left leg. Whew. Okay, about 10 seconds and catch my breath. Maybe that new energy drink I tried too. That might be making me out of breath like this. All right, guys, We got that skater lunge. So we're gonna go low, low into our left leg. Hold that squat leg. Tap out, tap back. Let's scoot out just a little bit. Out and back. You can add those arms for some cardio. Make sure you've got your weight in that heel or towards the back of the foot. You don't want to be up on your toes here, okay? Also, always just do a little check. Make sure you're not letting those shoulders creep up. A lot of us work at desks all day and naturally just start to kind of creep. Keep them down, keep them low. We do it when we work our legs. We do it when we work our arms. It's just a habit, okay? Beautiful. All right, we got push-ups. So, reminder again, full push-up, modified, drop your knees, or to the wall. Again, I give that cue because a lot of us modify into like a tabletop, like our donkey kick pose. That's not a modification for a push-up, okay? All right, so I'm going to the wall. I'm excited. I got some rock stars out there doing some full push-ups. Now I make my wall push-up just a little bit more of a challenge. I push myself up off and catch. I don't know if that does a ton more, but makes it more fun for me. Okay, make sure you're breathing. 5 seconds. Woo! All right, we have got the deadlift ball touch. So grab your target and put it down. You just want to make sure you don't put it really far away. You don't want to be reaching out to touch your target. You want to be coming almost straight down. Feet side by side. Right toe back for just a little bit of support. Bend that left knee, sit it back. So you don't want to think dangling out. You want to think sit back, bend it down. Good. Squeezing right through here when you stand up. It's also weird for me to work out, not only with no music, but no mirror. Those that work out with me know I'm really crazy about form. So not being able to check my own form, aside from this shadow of me back here, is really tough for me. Whew. So hopefully I'm not screwing it up too bad. All right, so we're gonna go to that wall, lat pull down with the wall sit. So we're gonna back up to the wall, find our low wall sit. Again, feet, weight towards the back of your feet, not up on your toes. Hands on the wall, tuck those shoulders back and down, and we pull down and up. Try and keep those hands on the wall. It's tough. Good, remember we're imagining we have a bar, and we're pulling down, squeezing through that back and through those shoulder blades. Can make no resistance, feel like 20 pounds, 50 pounds, if you just engage, really squeeze, don't just go through the motions. Woo, all right, we got fire hydrant, mule kick combo. Going back to the left. So remember, if you have that hand weight, you can put the hand weight between the crease. If you have a band, you would just put the band around both thighs. All right, so we open up, stamp that foot on the ceiling. Open up, stamp that foot. Keep that core tight. You don't want to let that belly sag down. And remember, if you're modifying, you would just stand and do the exact same motion with your leg. Good job, guys. We're feeling a little booty burn. We're almost there. Nice work. All right, so next up, we have those tricep dips. Grab our chair, grab our countertop. I'll show you real quick the modification. If you have no place available to do your dips, or if they're too hard, you can get your hands right underneath your shoulders on the wall, drop those elbows straight back, and push up. So that's your no sturdy chair countertop option. All right. So remember, back, up and down that chair or step, countertop. Dipping through those triceps and push, push. Keeping those shoulders away from those ears. We often wear our shoulders like earrings. We don't need that accessory today. Almost there. Good job. All right, plank with a shoulder tap. Got a couple options for your modification. Got full plank, your knee plank, your plank on the wall. Again, no rules for how fast you have to tap, okay? Just give it a shot. If you can get 2 taps and that's it, hey, that's more than you did yesterday, right? All right, let's do it. I don't have too much equipment around my feet. Let's see here. There we go. Make sure you're breathing. Good. Stay strong, guys. I know this is a tough one. You're stronger than you think you are. You always are. 10 seconds. Whew. All right, last thing. We have that waterfall crunch. All right, so meet me on the mat as I gracefully flop down on the mat. All right, we're gonna have those feet straight up. Toes flex down towards us. Crunch to that midsection up. I like to imagine I have a string coming out of my chest to the ceiling. That helps me lift my whole torso instead of just crunching through my neck. So string up, up. I know for some, even getting your legs straight is a challenge. And that's all right. Just do the best you can. You're moving, that's what's important. Again, string up. Woo! All right, guys, that's the last of our 3rd round. 1 round left. You got this. Stay strong. If this is more than you've worked out in a long time, kudos. Congrats. Keep going. We've only got 9 minutes and have to, 39 seconds of that's a break. Got about 20 seconds. Remember, if you have any questions, comments, improvements, let me know. I'm still learning, still figuring this out. I think when I get on the floor, you can see me, but if you can't, please let me know. So, all right, guys, we are about to get started. Skater lunge, right leg. Hold that low squat. We're touching out, we're touching back. I'm gonna move because I feel like I'm off center. There we go. Remember, if you want to get more cardio out of this, move quickly. You can get whatever you need. If you're not getting a lot of work in that right leg, go lower. Keeping those shoulders away from the ears. A lot of times when I cue things like that, it's because I feel like I'm doing it. So I assume that you probably are too. Nice, guys. All right, last time you have to do those. Goodbye, skater lunge. We got our push-ups next. So remember, full push-up. Drop to those knees or use the wall, okay? And if you couldn't hear me well enough before, when I use the wall, I'll give myself a little extra push, a little jump off the wall, just to what makes it feel like maybe a little harder. All right, and the more you step back, the harder your wall push-up is too. Good job, guys. Hang in there. Be strong. Be tough. Push-ups are one of the hardest exercises, but it doesn't define you. If you can do a push-up or not, doesn't mean you're a great person or not, or you're not fit as somebody else. It's not. A lot of people use that as a measuring stick. It's not that important. All right, we got that deadlift, so grab your target, set it down, and stand up straight, kick back that left toe, bend that right knee, booty comes back, and we stand. Good, squeeze into that booty, cheek, and hamstring. Nice flat back as you come down. That's an important one I didn't mention sooner. Keep that back flat. Almost there. Whew. All right, last one of those. So you can get that target out of your way. All right, and those wall lat pull downs. So find your wall, set it low. Here we go. Hands up, grab that imaginary bar, we're pulling down. And trying to keep those arms on the wall. That makes those lat muscles, those big muscles in your back, really have to engage. It's tough. I'm struggling too. Trainers are not perfect. But you know what? We're all work in progress. A very, very worthy work in progress. Good. Squeeze those legs. Squeeze that back. Breathe. Whew. All right. Fire hydrant mule kick. Right leg. You're going to use a hand weight or a band. Now's the time. You're going to set up in that tabletop. By the way, this position is what I mean when I say this is a wrong modification for a plank. This is really easy, okay? So that's what I'm referring to. Open up, stamp that foot on the ceiling. Open up to the ceiling. Remember, if you're modifying, you're just gonna stand, do the exact same leg motions. Let's squeeze to that boot cheek. Boot cheek, booty cheek. Good, you got about 10 seconds, guys. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. There we go. All right, we got our tricep dips. Triceps probably getting a little tired at this point. That's all right. Do as many as you can. Modify if you need to, okay? Remember, no shame in modifying. All right. Put those hands down, shoulders back and down. Slide it off. We're going up and down. Good. Turn the shoulders away from the ears. Back up and down that step. You might even be able to hear my back scraping down that chair. Good, keep those shoulders down. 10 seconds, I know I'm feeling it, y'all. Woo-hoo! Woo-wee! Wow, all right, so we got that plank with shoulder taps. So, this is where we get back to that modified plank. You're gonna hold the plank, drop your knees, okay? That's what keeps you out of that bad position I was just showing you, okay? All right. All right, so we're in our plank. Again, modification, knees straight down. Wide base, keeps you steady. Try not to shift our weight too much. Move at your own pace. Make sure you're breathing. We only have one more exercise after this, guys, and we are done. Woo, we're under 10. Yes. All right, guys, last thing. We got the waterfall crunch. All right, so you meet me on the mat. Woo. Lay it back. Catch a nice deep breath. All right, legs up. Toes flex down. Remember, imagine you got that string on your chest, pulling you up. That keeps us from crunching through our neck, but instead our whole trunk coming up. Keep that belly muscle tight. Check those shoulders. You might be creeping up here to reach up for your toes. Keep them down. Almost there. We are at the end, under 10 seconds. Woo, woo, woo! Oh, guys, yay! We did it. All right. So I thank you all so much for joining me, either now live or afterwards at home on your own time. I really, really appreciate it. Share, please. I encourage you to share. Obviously, helps me get in front of people if you share. But more than anything, as I said before, my goal is just to keep everybody moving, keep everybody engaged. We're all going through a hard time right now that we've never had to face before. So let's try to be the best we can while we're facing these hard times. That means different things at different times. Your best right now might not be your best from a month ago, and that's okay. Just stay moving. Stay here with one another. Share with your friends. Again, if you want to throw some money my way for class, Venmo at Strong Style Fit. Absolutely not necessary though. Just wanted to do this for community, stay in touch with my people. Shout out to True 360 Fit, Flow Aquatic Wellness. I miss all my folks there. I hope you're joining me here. And if you have any suggestions on classes you would like to see or things I could do differently aside from my 6-arm shadow, leave me a comment, shoot me a message. I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, thank you, and hope to be on the mat with you guys again soon. Bye.